Boom! What's up, Waves Capital? It's Royce Jacob, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the series of unfortunate events that C3 AI Inc. has encountered over the past couple of sessions, which has unfortunately caused the stock to go into an absolute free fall. These events are due to short seller Kerrisdale Capital making some accounting allegations against C3 AI Inc. So we will go over a few of the highlights of these allegations, but more importantly, a response from a C3 AI spokesperson in regard to these allegations that will shed some light on this very bleak picture. We'll also be talking about why I believe Kerrisdale Capital is a bunch of snakes for doing this, and really why short selling funds in general are pretty slimy. And considering the fund is run by this guy, not to be judging a book deliberately by its cover, but I'm liking our odds that C3 probably bounces back from this with this guy as the figurehead of this short selling fund. Okay, to close out the video, we will dive into the charts. I want to talk about why I retain faith in the overall uptrend for C3 AI, even though things are pretty bleak. And more importantly, why I hold faith and retain faith in the fact that AI stocks overall will continue to climb over the coming weeks and months, because fundamentally speaking, none of the bullish principles or fundamentals that we've been talking about for the past few months have changed. This is a massive curveball, sure, but the artificial intelligence revolution trend is still here. And, you fall hard, you bounce hard. And I think this comeback will be one for the books. Okay, so we'll talk about technicals, talk about potential upside price targets at the very end, the trajectory that I see AI shares following as an optimist on the stock, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this one short and sweet for you guys. Let's quickly read over this. And once again, we'll just go over all the other touch points. I want to read over part of my newsletter after this from yesterday, right after all of this unfolded, just to give you guys kind of my raw thoughts as we were progressing through that trading day. Okay, so before we get to reading, you guys, let me know in the comments down below. Are you still holding strong, or are you out of here? Either or, let me know why. So shares took a plunge yesterday after Kerrisdale Capital alleged serious accounting and disclosure issues at the AI software developer in a letter sent to the auditor Deloitte and Touche. You guys, I don't want to go over the specific allegations. If you do, and if you're invested in AI, I'm sure you have already. If not, I do recommend you do that. But you guys can go Google that. There's plenty of articles on it. Just go read it over. What I do want to read over once again is the C3 AI's spokesperson's response to these allegations. So, in an email to Seeking Alpha, this is what they said, quote, "The Kerrisdale letter appears to be a highly creative and transparent attempt by a self-acclaimed short seller to short the stock, publish an inflammatory letter to move the stock price downward, then cover the short and pocket the profits. The accounting disclosures and financial statement referenced in the letter have been reviewed by our independent audit firm, for which we have an unqualified opinion, and are complete and incorrect," C3 AI further added. Okay, so as you'd expect, they are denying these allegations. Sure, it will take more to disprove the allegations, and personally, I don't have the necessary data to neither prove nor disprove this, and I cannot make a definitive conclusion on this simply due to my lack of data. But again, with this guy at the spearhead of this short seller firm, with short seller funds being snakes, which we're about to read over, I do hold faith in the fact that C3 AI can come back. And as members of the portfolio group and newsletter group, Trade Alert group know, I have been absolutely taking advantage of the pullback we've seen over the coming days. Over the last few days, I'm sorry. Okay, last couple of days, I guess. It seems like it's been a long time since this happened, but markets move fast. Okay, so that's that, you guys. Again, go check out some other articles. There's plenty of information on this if you want to read further, but I want to make the optimistic case for what unfolds from here, and that's the point of this video. Okay, again, even though things are looking pretty damn bad right now. First things first, the reason that C3 AI nosedived was due to, once again, short seller fund Kerrisdale Capital releasing that report. I don't have the available data. I just said this, but I'll read it again because I want to make this point clear. Again, I don't have the available data to either prove nor disprove these claims. But what I do know is that short selling funds are notorious for being slimy. They have all of the financial incentive to make the negative hit pieces that they do. And even if their words prove false, they can't get into any real trouble because it's not technically illegal, which it probably should be. Look into that, SEC. Kerrisdale took on a massive short position, publicly slammed C3, and unfortunately, those snakes feasted today. It's wild how much one shitty fund can move a market. All of that being said, I remain optimistic that C3 can succeed in disproving these accusations, and I remain bullish. Wave 2 has had a massive curveball thrown at it, but I still believe $42 is coming. But as of today, it's extremely likely that it takes a bit longer than expected or than we had previously anticipated just in that last video, which unfortunately aged like, I don't know, anything rotten. If C3 manages to crawl along that line of broken support and retest it as new resistance, it would lead to an intersection with that $42 target on what I will now say is May 19th, which is my birthday. So if you guys are part of the portfolio once again, and I'll just say this now, you guys, if you want to trade with me on a day-to-day basis, if you want these daily updates on C3 AI, on some of our other names in this Price Targets newsletter, this is one of my 3 newsletters every single trading day. We covered C3, Veritone, Meta, Tesla, Bitcoin, Render. Thank God our Tesla puts absolutely printed for us today. But if you guys do want my daily updates, my daily take on the markets, where you want to know how I'm trading my personal portfolio every single day with that Trade Alert newsletter and then the follow-up newsletters like this one, that's the first link in the description box. It's $15 a month or, $40 for every 3 months, or try free for 7 days. I recommend doing that one first and seeing if you like it. But I really do trust you guys will be sticking around. And, if you do want to join, welcome to the winning team in advance. First link in the description once more. That's all to be said there. For those of you who are existing members, we're still up significantly on the year. And again, thank God those freaking Tesla puts printed some profits for us today to redeploy in, for full transparency, I have May 19th call options on AI. But again, portfolio for the specific strike price. I'll leave that one hanging. But C3 AI, this is a very optimistic scenario, and I want to make that very clear. But the nature of the hype cycle is still here. And if C3 AI is successful in disproving the accusations at hand, I think it's almost inevitable that we do make a comeback. And especially considering I just wrote about this in this morning's newsletter, I do believe that the March CPI data, which is to be released on April 12th, will act as a positive fundamental catalyst for the markets. It will lead the greater markets higher. So today is April 5th. Maybe we see some more chop. Maybe we go sideways. Maybe we see some volatility over the next week. But I think that in that time, in the next week or two, C3 AI will prove these statements false. I believe that the CPI data that is released on the 12th will bring optimism to the greater markets, which is good for, of course, growth markets as well, like C3 and all these tech stocks, AI stocks, etc. And, I'm an optimist, so I'm going to go with the optimistic scenario. If C3 AI, it's kind of a tongue twister, can retest this line of broken support right here, the cyan line of broken support as new resistance, which is, if you guys have been part of WavesCap for a while, TA 101, as we say, broken supports becomes new resistance, broken floors become new ceilings. If we can, once again, and you could almost line this up right here. It is possible that if we do reverse, if C3 AI proves them wrong, broken support also intersects with the line of resistance on this channel or on this sideways range kind of thing on May 3rd. That would lead to a $36 to $37, just under $37 stock price. But ultimately, if we do test it by May 19th, I'd be super pumped. And actually, if that was the only birthday gift I got was a $42 C3 AI stock, then I'd be perfectly happy with that. So we'll call it there, you guys. Again, if you want to trade with me on a daily basis, that's the first link in the description. And again, I'll talk to you guys in the comments about whatever you want. If you guys want some, you want some hugs down in the comments because you lost a lot of money the past couple days, then you'll find him downstairs. So I'll see you guys down in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.